Welcome to the Rex Allen Museum in Willcox-Arizona. Let me give you a tour. The beginning thing is a picture of Willcox about the time Rex Sr. was born, about 1919 and 1920. And you can see a lot of it is still the same. If you're kind of looking, the museum is actually right in here. What we have around here is a depiction of what a lot of the ranch homes kind of look like, but we added a lot of Rex's memorabilia. There's two violins here. One on the chair is the one Rex used to play. The one on the cabinet over there is the one his father used to play. The guitar there was the guitar that his dad bought him when he was 11 years old. He ordered it out of the Sears Roebuck catalog, and Rex picked that one because it had the fanciest front on it. At that time, that's when they found out that Rex could sing. His father bought it hoping he would accompany him at the dances that he played for, and they said they never got any sleep for 2 years because Rex was learning how to play the guitar. This is a lot of his early movie memorabilia, posters, things. He went to work for Republic in 1949. Right at the end of the era for Gene Autry and Roy Rogers, and a lot of this is just memorabilia from that. But Rex didn't hit his fame before. Rex started singing at WLS in 1945. Within 6 months, he was the top draw for the radio station, and this is also where he met his wife and the mother of his children, which is Bonnie Linder. She and her twin sister were performing on the National Barn Dance at the time. This has to do with his recording career. Rex had a gold record with Crying in the Chapel when Elvis was still in diapers. So Elvis made it famous again in the early 70s, and at that time, people started buying Rex's copy of it again, and he sold another 200,000 copies. So, but he had a very distinguished voice. Rex bought Coco in 1950. He was a 10-year-old stallion at the time. He had been bought by a guy named Glenn Randall that worked at horse train at Republic Studios. And he bought him with the intention of training him for Dale Evans, and he was too much horse, she couldn't handle him. And Rex Jr. told me one time that he said the first time he ever saw his dad cry was when he went out and found Coco dead. He had the horse for 17 years, and like I said, he traveled with him for rodeos, livestock shows, everything like that. So He was a pretty terrific horse. Everyone said he was the most beautiful horse that was in the movies. This is some of Rex's clothes. Nudie, the rodeo tailor, made all of Rex's clothes except his jeans, all of his shirts, his fancy outfits. He also made clothes for Elvis Presley, Liberace, Porter Wagner, Webb Pierce, Little Jimmy Dickens, Roy Rogers, Gene Autry, all of the ones that wore the really elegant clothes. This was one of his saddles. The one in the other case was one he used in a lot of the movies. This was the one he used at a lot of the rodeos. And all of these, like I said, all these clothes were made by Nudie. And this green suit with the red shirt, that was the last suit that Nudie made for Rex back in the early 90s. It cost $25,000. And Rex referred to it as his Gumby suit because it was green. This next room is kind of a mixture of a lot of things. All of the pictures on this wall are pictures that people have that signed them and gave them to Rex. They're his memorabilia on it. This wall over here is sort of dedicated to the Sons of the Pioneers. Last year was the 75th anniversary of the Sons of the Pioneers. This case over here is dedicated to Pedro Gonzalez Gonzalez. In 54 years, he never missed a Rex Allen days. He and Rex were real close friends. And the last one he came to was in 2005. and he passed away in February of 2006, and his wife sent us some of his memorabilia. This used to be the outfit he used to always wear here for Rex Allen days and everything like that. So we made a permanent case for him. This depicts a couple of character actors that were in the movies in the 40s and 50s. I'm sure you'll recognize Glenn Strange. He was Sam the bartender for, what, 20 years on Gunsmoke. And he was supposedly a cousin of Rex's. And the other gentleman up there was a guy named Cactus Mac McFeeters. And he was a character actor and singer. And he was one of the first people in part of the Sons of the Pioneers when they were first forming, before they were the Sons of the Pioneers. The first 5 movies he made, each one of them he had a different sidekick. One of them, if you'll notice here, the 3rd movie he made, this is Alfalfa Switzer, that was from our gang. And unfortunately, he was killed about 6 weeks after that movie was finished, over a gambling debt, actually. But then he had, starting his 5th movie, Buddy Epson was his partner for 5 of them. And the last 11 was Slim Pickens. I want to thank you for taking a tour of the Rex Allen Museum. We're very proud of it. We do a lot of good here in the community. In fact, we own the park next door, and we own the movie theater, which the museum actually helps subsidize so we can have first-run movies come in. Help keep our children in town and help create some jobs for the high schoolers. The Rex Allen Museum is open 7 days a week from 10 to 4, except during the summer from May 30th to September the 4th. We close on Sundays. If anybody wants to come, we do have a gift shop that carries Rex's movies, carries his CDs. We have a selection of some books. Our address is 150 North Railroad Avenue. The phone number is 384-4583. We have a website, which is www.rexallenmuseum.org, and we have an email, which is info@rexallenmuseum.org. So come visit us.